What's up? It's your boy Carcino. Let's talk about it. What's up? Yeah, it's a mess out here. The weather dropped like crazy. Like somebody just moved the sun back for a minute. But let's go through it right fast. A lot of people wanted to know like what was the drop or what was the main thing going on with Death Row Records at the time when Death Row Records, when they were showing who they were in those situations, Tupac truly, in his heart, actually believed, without a shadow of a doubt, that Dr. Dre was the one that really started the beef and not him. He truly believed that. In his hearts of hearts, that's how he felt. He felt that Dr. Dre started it. Now, he used to batter Dre, even when they was filming the video, how he was taking over Death Row. He was, Pac joking. But Dr. Dre was dating a girl that used to be basically a member of Thug Life. So Pac knew Dre, knew of him. And was like, why? And he would just mess with her, like, what you doing with Dre? That's just not a good move for you. Basically just saying Dre a lame and, just basically bashing him. And Dre would hear it. He wouldn't care if Dre heard it. Pac was very boisterous. So this whole situation, that's how Tupac felt. Tupac felt Dre dissed him first. Because when he left, he basically did, I'm talking about on wax. When I mean dissing him, I mean on wax. So let me get that assessed right now. Because Pac was basically dissing Dre while he was there to his face. Right there, saying it loud enough where Dre could hear it. That Dre was soft, he was taking over. The whole nine. But he just was joking. As long as he was still Death Row, there was no problems. And this is like on the video shoot. And Dre was like, that's all right, because I'm leaving. So when Dr. Dre left Death Row, Pac looked at him like, oh, he a sucker. But it was only when Nas' album came out. Nas' album came out that summer also, like about a month later, after Dre had left. Nas' album comes out and it got a feature with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was working with Nas. And the song Nas Is Coming is out. So the song Nasty Nas Is Coming, Nas almost named his album Nas Is Coming. And Dr. Dre would have been the executive producer of that album if it wasn't the fact that they already had the majority of the album done. That's how the Firm deal even got brought into discussion, because Dr. Dre and Nas linked up and they were going to make a big thing where Nas was going to be this big mega star. So and Dr. Dre had tied his vote to him, like, I'm going to make Nas the star. I'm going to make Nas that guy. He the future. So when he did that, it was like, whoa, he grabbed Nas. And when he got on there and on the end of the song, he was like, yeah. On the beginning of the song, he was like, yeah. These guys out here talking about this East Coast, West Coast. Man, let's make some money, man. And Pac took that as disrespect. He didn't say Pac's name, but when he was like, man, these niggas out here on this East Coast, West Coast bullshit, man, yeah, let's get some money, man. So basically what he was saying is he was basically knocking the move that Tupac was doing. So immediately Tupac to crush anything Dre was doing. He wasn't gonna let Dr. Dre come up, nothing else. He was like, he trying to stop my East Coast ride, my West Coast ride. He's trying to stop our momentum. And that's when he came out with the song Watch Your Mouth. He went straight to the booth. And that whole Nas album that almost sold like 3 million records, you know, Pac like, man, Nas almost sold 3 million records. He's close to me. He sold more records than Biggie. This dude really got a movement. I gotta crush it. So he was gonna crush Dre and he was gonna crush Nas. Just for that situation. Nas ain't had beef with him and nothing. Pac made a beef because he was close to Mobb Deep and it sounded like Nas was taking shots at him. So Pac was ready for it all. But he definitely wanted to stop Dre. Dre movement could not stand. Sorry. He made about 3 diss songs on Dr. Dre, right back to back to back. He was, you see where you at and you see where I'm at. This used to be your record company. You up out of here. You see where you at and you see where I'm at. I took over. Get your punk ass up out of here. This used to be your record company. So he thought Dre was sneak dissing by saying that, but Dre was the truth. Dre was like, man, forget this. Y'all talking too much violence and unnecessary malice. It's just nonsense. Let's get this money. You know, like, why are we, by doing East Coast, West Coast, what you basically saying is screw making money. If you want to have these people against you, they ain't gonna want to bump your records. On the East Coast, they ain't gonna bump your records. And on the West Coast, they gonna be like, hey, don't play that East Coast record. Now you just isolated yourself and killed your record sales. Tupac didn't sell, there was a reason why Tupac sold 5 million records on on All Eyes on Me. Not just because it was a good album, it's because the East Coast was dealing with it too. Start talking all this F the East Coast and this and that. Now you look at a scenario where you put people in a box where they ain't gonna want to play your records. So he didn't do that. A lot of people thought Pac came out, we hit him up when All Eyes on Me came out. No, that didn't happen. The East Coast was showing love for Pac when he came out. When Pac was out of jail, they showed him love. Is when he started talking crazy after the album was out. It was still some people, you know, the people he had beef with, that he had to watch his step with when he was in New York. So when he did Saturday Night Live, you know, he was there staying in places where they couldn't find him because they were looking. It was like, oh, he's staying at some friends' houses. Nobody know where he at. Everybody keep telling me I gotta watch Mob James and find out what's going on. Like, you gotta watch Mob James. I'm like, I'll check it out now, cause y'all got me back in there thinking something crazy with this dude. So I'm like, let me go check it out and see what he's actually said. I mean, there's a lot of things done in the dark over there, but we sticking like to the actual business of the records. This is why you don't hear "Toss It Up" on the radio no more. Tupac "Toss It Up" song didn't get any airplay because they had to pull it. Man, this thing is crazy. This thing keeps messing with the doggone stream. It's like, what is they doing? Well, Wendy Williams is one of the main ones. That's why they went down that road. See, a lot of other people weren't going to go down that road, and when she went there, she realized that she saw the road, and when she started talking about Pac, she had to realize that you're dealing with somebody who's very unstable when it comes to this. If somebody attacking him, he gets very aggressive. So, with that being said, you already see where he goes, like spiritually and mentally. He takes it. So, for him, he's ready for war. That's how Pac operates. It's war time. Him, it's all about war, disrespect. You cross the line. These are the things that he valued. Dr. Dre didn't hate Tupac. He just didn't want the element around. It was a lot of things that were supposed to be kept separate that wasn't separate. Tupac was disrespecting him when he got there. It wasn't like Pac was there for a long time. When Dre left shortly after Tupac was there, it wasn't just Tupac. You know, it was a lot of things. DJ Quick and his people, showing up. It's a lot more gangism in the studio. And that's not what Dre want in the studio while he's working. While Dre is in there working, he don't want to be distracted dealing with a bunch of gang. That's not what Dre wants. Dre wants to be in the studio working on music. And him and Tupac working together is a bad mix. They don't work well together. California Love, what people don't understand about California Love is that beat and everything was already done. That was Dr. Dre's song. It had lyrics and everything to it. So when Pac got there, Dr. Dre, see the way Pac worked and the way Dre worked are different. No, they were never friends. No, they were never friends. Dr. Dre and Tupac were never friends. Never was that. But he didn't hate Tupac, but they were never friends. Dr. Dre was dating a girl that Tupac has known his entire life. She hung out with Tupac way more, basically more than Dr. Dre. You talking about Natasha. And she was dating Dr. Dre at the time when Pac came over to Death Row. Then she thought Pac was setting her up to try to hurt her at one time. And she was like trying to stay off the streets and away from him. I don't think they were married. I don't think he ever married Miss Shelley. I look hella tired, man, but Cino's been doing his thing. Nah, I don't think he knew at the time because Pac had Danny Boy with him a lot. Like Danny Boy was singing on a lot of his records, but like I said, they don't work well together. Pac is a control freak. He's want to do things. So anybody who's making the beats, engineer, they got to be ready to go. He don't mess around. Dre don't. You can't tell Dre what to do. So that's why he already, man, this dude taking forever to make one beat. And they want to put produced by Dr. Dre and all this stuff on there. And Pac, this is what was going on. When Pac, they got California Love, Dre was supposed to do more records. He wasn't supposed to just do California Love. But Pac had his lyrics ready and Dre wasn't ready. So Pac already written the song. He knocked the song out in one day. A lot of people don't know that. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Pac had the beat and was waiting on Dr. Dre to come up with that, with the beat for, hold on, You Can't See Me. You Can't See Me was the song that Pac made in one day, wrote it, waiting on Dr. Dre. And that was going to be like the next, you know, to kick off the next album and everything else, to keep everything anthem. They waiting on Dre to make the beat for that. And he's not really coming up with the beat. Pac was like, where's the beat by Dre? We're like, man, Dre's still doing this. Man, Pac was pissed. Pissed. He was cussing up a storm about Dre, and they was filming California Love. They were getting ready to do the California Love video. He was mad about that. You Can't See Me. So what they did was they had the original skeleton beat that he had for What's My Name, for Snoop. Like, hold on, what's my name? Snoop Doggy Dogg. They had the skeleton beat that they were working on. So they basically just took that and just remixed it and just gave it, like, Dre was like, look, give him that. And that was it. So Dr. Dre was out of there. He was like, man, I ain't finna deal with this dude. Oh yeah, everybody else did. It was that. Hold up, what's my name? Same beat. You can't see me. You made a mistake. You should have never put my rhymes in Dre. The third nigga that's around in his judgment day. Hey, homie, can you feel me? Doesn't look they shot me that they missed. They kill me. I can make them motherfucking say rattle and roll. So that's what I'm saying. Pac, they just gave Pac that beat and let him go and rocked it as if Dr. Dre was still working on the album. Pac and Dre. They were trying to sell that. Dre was already gone. When All Eyes on Me came out, Dre was gone. California Love video was out, Dre was gone. Nobody knew it yet, but Dre was gone. He had already left and didn't make his announcement yet that he was gone. Until he already had his deal. He came out on the Source magazine with the doggone chair saying Dr. Dre has left Death Row. That's when everybody realized it was over. But during Tupac's whole movement, California Love was already a song Dre had did. That beat was already done. It was lyrics to that song. Dre took vocals off that song. There's a vocal in the vault of California Love that's just Dr. Dre. That's why the song is only 2 verses. It was another verse. It's like 3 verses on that song, California Love. Dre had 2 verses and it was open for somebody else, but they just took it off and they made a whole nother song and just did 2 verses. And they just let Roger Troutman just rock it out. But Pac only got 1 verse on that song. And it's already a monumental hit. And it's timeless. You could play California Love any year, any time. That song is what now? About 20-something years old? Almost 30. 30 years old. People play California Love right now like it just came out. That's what we mean when we say timeless. When a song is timeless, you could play it over and over again. Biggie songs, a lot of those were timeless. Timeless records. They're not something that's like, well, that was good for the 90s. You could play that any year. And that's how Dr. Dre music was. When Dr. Dre, that's why Dr. Dre likes to work and perfect the song, because he wants it to be a classic. When you listen to Still Dre, dun, 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 dun. Still. When the switches in the low, girl, still. It's the DRE. Yeah, the smartest thing Sir Mix-a-Lot ever did was own the publishing to Baby Got Back. Baby Got Back, by him being able to own his music and get the publishing to his song, they never thought Baby Got Back was going to just stay. They thought it was, okay, that's a hot song, it's going to play out, and who cares about it? So when he got the publishing to Baby Got Back blew up years later. Like, down the road, Baby Got Back kept coming back up. Boom, 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 boom. So it just kept going up the charts. And that one song outdid his entire career. He had one song. Dun, 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 dun. Jump on it. Jump on it. Hey, 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 hey. Dun. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, down south it was a my head I kinda don't want none unless you got fun, son. And that's what helped Nick. Nicki went to a classic song and was able to bring that out. And that's what helped the Pink Print get on the road with Anaconda. And that's been her last go. That really did. Ever since she started trying to do stripper records, since then, it just started, she fell right off the planet. Fell right off the planet. Now, nobody thinks of Nicki Minaj. Nobody's thinking like, man, I wonder when Nicki gonna come back. Nope. She just put out, she was like, I'm gonna drop a freestyle every week till my album come out. That thing played out quick. No, so Pac thought Dre dissed him first on the Nas album. Yo, Where everybody talking about that East Coast, West Coast bull, we out here getting money. That was a shot. And that's all he wanted to know. That's all he wanted to know or see. Oh yeah, that's what he got him known. Posse on Broadway is what got Sir Mix-a-Lot known. Me and my homie on 23rd and Jackson. My posse's on Broadway. Yep, I used to know. He had a song called F the BS. F the BS, boy. Yeah. F the BS. F the BS. F the BS, boy. Yeah. But see, that's why Tupac Machiavelli album only sold like 3 million records. Because there was no songs, like Tupac turned a lot of people off. In the East Coast, a lot of them weren't dealing with him. But Dr. Dre sued Tupac. And they went to court and won. This is right before Tupac died. They won a junction, so Toss It Up couldn't be played on the radio. It took it down, and they basically lost a lot of money filming the Toss It Up, video. They was filming it so many times, and the last, Tupac died, I would say he left for Vegas the next day is when when they did the Toss It Up song. That was it. They had just completed the Toss It Up video that had everybody in the cars, the one when they had the fire, and they had Lisa Ray in the Toss It Up video. They had just completed it. Tupac left the next day. Now the other versions they saw, it was 2 other versions of Toss It Up that they couldn't get done because they couldn't get the approval, and they just stopped all the production and everything when they was filming the one on the water and all this other stuff, because what they was doing was Tupac's idea. Tupac's like, man, we need to start putting these, making music videos for every song that's on the album. Make little DVDs and little VHS tapes, whatever, put them out on VHS and sell the tapes. That was Tupac's idea. We're gonna sell the tapes. And Suge was like, that's a good idea. He was like, well, that's like our little movie production company. We'll just start doing that and making videos for all the records. Just make little small videos and we could sell them. And we'll be making money. We ain't gonna lose money on the videos because we're gonna make money selling the videos. We ain't gotta beg no MTV to play our video a couple of times and tell them to go eat it. We gonna put the videos out ourselves. This is a pattern that Dr. Dre stole, and they start doing that with 50 Cent and start using the same thing Tupac was doing over there at Death Row. And 50 Cent made a video for every video on his album and all that stuff. But the idea came from Tupac. And he went back to make videos on All Eyes on Me. That's why you start seeing him go back and make these videos for All Eyes on Me. Because they had stopped. And they was going to work on Machiavelli. And he was like, nah, we need to make videos. It's all about you. Everywhere we go, every other video, it's all about you. They went and made a video for that long after it was done. They were going back making videos, and they were going to try to make videos for every single one of All Eyes on Me. And they were going to make one of them VHS tapes and put all the videos on there so you could see them. That was Pac's idea. Then for Machiavelli, he was going to do the same thing. He was going to make videos for all of them. That's why you see so many videos for All Eyes on Me. They didn't finish. They were gonna do that, and he was gonna do it for Machiavelli. Then he was gonna take a break. He was gonna do this album. He had the Outlaws album, and he was gonna do One Nation, and he was taking a break to focus on his film career because he was burnt. He was burnt out. Y'all don't know how much and how hard he worked. But when you go through a life experience where you almost lose your life, you change. Thug Pound was just what he came up with because he was working with Daz, so just call it Thug Pound. But they ain't had no plans. That's Daz talking. You know, Daz had plans. He thought Dre dissed him on the Nas album, Nas is Coming. That was the first time anybody heard anything from Dre since he left. And he just popped up on the East Coast working with Nas. True to it, he was hiding out at Clive Davis' house. He wasn't at his house at all. And people didn't know where Dre was at. He went out in the streets. Nobody could find Dre anywhere. He was gone. He was a ghost. He was staying at Clyde Davis' house, going to the studio out there, and then he was on the East Coast working with Nas. And he was, by the time he got there and they worked out the thing where he was going to be working with Nas album was done. But the studio was so hyped that Dre was there and they had a Dr. Dre going to be working with it. They was going to name Nas' album Nas is Coming. Just because Dr. Dre was on it. You know, naming it after Dre. And Dre wanted to work with Nas and make Nas his new artist. You know, like look what he did to Pac. I mean, look what Dr. Dre did for Snoop. And look what he did for Tupac. Now he got Nas. He gonna turn Nas into a star. This is gonna be it. So the firm, everybody dumped their money into the firm. Now the firm album flopped and died because it was just not good. Everybody saw all that money. Y'all don't know how much money went into that album. Believe me, you don't. A lot of money went into the firm album. They thought that album was going to sell like 30, 40 million records or something. Like it was going to do Thriller numbers. One, it was unrealistic because Nas barely had anything to do with the album. Nas is only on like 2-3 records. So we're thinking we're going to get a whole album of Nas, Foxy Brown, and AZ. They're barely on that album. Even AZ and Foxy are barely on there. You know, Phone Tap is, you know, on there. They had Firm Biz, and they had probably one other song they all on. Other than that, it was like everybody else on there. Like Nori's on the album. You got CNN. You got a bunch of people on there that's talking about the firm. And it's like, dude, you know, what y'all doing? No, it wasn't that it was whack. It just wasn't no real radio hits. Firm Biz was a radio hit. Then they came with Phone Tap. Phone Tap blew. A lot of people didn't like Firm Biz. I love Firm Biz. But like I said, everybody thought they were gonna get a whole album of Nas, AZ, and Foxy, The Firm, with Nature and all them. They thought that four was gonna be the album. And what you got was a smorgasbord of everybody from like Queens and everywhere else. You got Nori on track. They people like, who the hell are these people? Where's The Firm? Where's Nas? So they felt gypped. And a lot of people, it sold like 2 million records just off the promotion. But they spent like tens of millions of dollars on this album. Y'all will not, I swear, if anybody has a physical copy of The Firm, or if you can look at the back cover of that album, look how many record companies are involved. Look how many labels are on the back of that album. I don't even think I still got my Firm album. If I did, I would show you. It is about 7, 8, 9 different albums. Everybody was getting a piece of that. Biggie was gone, Pac was gone, everybody was in a panic. They run into who they think gonna be the next thing. Jay-Z didn't blow yet. So they're running to who they think is gonna be the next big thing, and Nas was it. It was all in Nas' hands. So they were like, well, Nas is he the next in line. No Biggie, no Pac, it's Nas. Tens of millions was poured in that album, bro. At least over 20 million was poured into the Firm album. They tried to make that album blow. Phone Tap, that was the hot joint that beat everything. They got your phone tap. So what you gonna do? So sooner or later they gonna catch up with you. They should have dropped Phone Tap first, Firm Biz second, and they would have blew. Phone Tap was what the streets wanted to hear. Street single first with Phone Tap, then come with Firm Biz. La Familia, that was the song that was better with Cormega. You know, when they took Mega off the album, it lost a little bit too. You know, Mega would have made it work a lot better. You know, Mega had a better flow than Nature. Nature could rap, but he didn't have the energy level of Mega. Yeah, Executive Decision. That was my song there. But once that was made and they went in that direction, you know, and Pac was over there doing that, and then Pac died. And that right after Dre and them sued him with Blackstreet, because Tupac stole the beat of Blackstreet. No diggity, we're gonna bang it up. Ooh, hey da, hey da, ooh. And Pac came right out there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know. I hope you guys have been donating to the page. I'm going to check and see who's been clicking the link in the description box, too. What's up, Mr. Norman? Well, you still over there in Japan? What time is it over there in Japan? No. They end up taking Tupac's beat as payback. Don't leave me broke. Do 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 do. Yeah, they took that from Pac. Pac was gone. But see, Pac took theirs from Toss It Up. So when they took do 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 do. Yep, so after the Firm flop and Tupac wasn't here no more, that ended the Dre situation with him. But that's why he talk about that on Watch Your Mouth. Watch Your Mouth never got a chance to get released. That was gonna be on the Outlaws album. You see where you at, you see where I'm at, boy. It took hardcore styles to get you up out of here. I mean, I look at it like this, man. Eminem is a great lyricist. He's a great artist. You know, it's just that he's limited in what he could do. It's not his fault. He just is. And it's funny how Caucasians love Eminem so much. And they say they love hip-hop and they love rap, but they play Eminem like all the time, and they don't even know why they play Eminem. I'm like, why you play Eminem? Oh, I love Eminem. He's dope. He's my favorite. Like, he's the best. I'm like, yeah, why? What do you... I mean, what else rap you listen to? They don't listen to nothing else. And then they try to tell me he's the best lyricist. I'm like, okay, have you heard the song Forget About Dre? That is like one of the worst Eminem lyricist songs I've ever heard in my life. And people love that song. People act like they forgot about Dre. What do you say to somebody you hate who really want to try to bring trouble your way? Put in the tape up in WA. One day I was walking by with an awkward eye. It was just such the worst rhyme I probably have ever heard that people love. That's probably one of the worst Eminem rhymes ever. That is not hating at all. Go back and listen to the lyrics to that song. He just says it nice. So it wasn't that it was whack, it just came off right. Dog, are you listening to what I'm saying? One day I was walking by with an awkward eye. With some Carl Kanai. Dude, believe me, it is horrible. If you go back, go pull up the lyrics to that song. If you think I'm joking, go pull up the lyrics to that song. I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna bark a dog. Chicka, 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 chicka. Slim Shady. Hotter than a set of twin babies. Hotter than a set of twin babies. Locked in the car when the temp goes up into the mid-80s. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? I'm gonna tie you up and doing it, Charleston. Chicka, 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 chicka. Oh my gosh. The only thing that made that song hot was Eminem was twisting on the hook. Another comes out when they move the lip, but there's a bunch of differences and act like they forgot about Dre. Other than that, Nobody cared. It's okay that you can't thank me. Ain't no way that you can't say me. It's okay, go with him, Haley. It just flowed nice, but believe me, believe me, that was terrible. It was terrible, lyrically. But at that time, it was the deception play. To make Eminem cross over, he was put in a, oh, he's just funny. Nobody taking him serious. He do funny rap. That was the safe play. He used to drop his pants and everything. He was the safe rapper. But he was the saving of Dr. Dre. Because Dr. Dre lost his shirt on the Firm album. Told you the Firm lost a lot of money. And they thought, man, what have we did? Dr. Dre lost all his magic. And they were talking about getting rid of Dr. Dre. Because people don't remember that Chronic 2001 album didn't come out till after Eminem album came out. They wanted Dre to put out his album. Because after the Firm, Dre put out, I've been there, I done that. Dr. Dre presents The Aftermath. And that album didn't sell nothing. The only song on there that sold anything, that moved any records, was Been There and Done That. And once again, they thought they were going to get like the Chronic or something. And people were like, all right. And they didn't get it. And they was like, man, this album whack. So they were upset. So then he come in with a white rapper to be the next release. They couldn't get the money. Jimmy Iovine and all these other people, they ain't believe in it. You sure you want this white rapper? You know he's white, right? They're like, yeah. So that was a hell of a risk. But it all mattered when they got in the studio and Dre already had these beats put up. And hi, my name is what? My name is boom boom. That was some of Dre's best work, man. What he did on that Eminem album, the first one. That conscience, guilty conscience. These voices, I hear them, and then I follow. You did right. You did right. But that's what I say, Pac and Dre, they don't mesh well together. That would have been a fight. They could never complete an album together. It would never work out. Dre take way too long to make a beat. That's not gonna go over well with Pac. It didn't go over well with 2 songs. You see, he got 1 beat, and that's because Dre had that done. And it was already a done song, and he just gave that to Pac. Like, they're like, we need a Dr. Dre beat. They gave that to him, and then Dre he waiting. Pac got the rhyme ready, all ready to go. Waiting on Dre. Man, what's up with Dre? He taking all day to make one goddamn beat. What he doing up there, man? Why he over there sucking, eating pussy? We in the studio working and grinding. We got other people, the producers, the engineers in here. We all losing money. We ain't got time. We ain't got time to be doing all that. He goat mouth. Get Dre back on the phone. Man, Dre, why you playing? You playing, Dre? Get in the studio. I need that beat. I'm ready to lay this track. I can't lay it until you get here. We've been here 4 hours. We done went and did other records. We waiting on you. Man, get Dre over here now. Dre said it ain't done. Man, I don't care what it sound like. He can go back and fix all that stuff later and put this on there and put a drum. I need that track right now so I can lay it. Give me the drum. He can go back and do everything. I'm gonna lay my track. I don't care. Y'all can just take the audio, do what you do. I'm gonna lay my track and I'm gonna bounce. We ain't got all day. So Dre was like, look, just give him that. So by the time they was working on the album, he was gone. He didn't care. None of it mattered to Pac no more. He was done. He had washed his hand on the entire situation. He was done. Completely done. Dre was like tired of being disrespected. Because Dre was upset. Dre was like, man, he out here talking about me like that when I'm the one that gave him the records. I ain't have to give him my California love. So they had on the reel, they had Dr. Dre's original. Because Dre left. Dre was like, screw it. I ain't even finna do nothing else for him. So they had the original reel for What's My Name that they owned. It was the unfinished version of What's My Name. That's the one you hear on the Tupac album. They just needed a beat from Dre, so they gave him that. You all made a mistake. You should have never put my rhymes with Dre. The thug niggas ever rise in this judgment day. Hey, homie, can you feel me? Tell the punks that shot me that they missed. They ain't kill me. I can make a motherfucker shake, rattle, and roll. He read that in like a half a day. Pac wrote that right then and there on the spot and was ready to lay. He was ready to lay that track immediately. So at that time, Dre was gone. When they laid that track, Dre wasn't even there no more. He had left Death Row. But they wanted to promote that Dr. Dre was still with the label. So they used that old reel that had Snoop Doggy Dogg What's My Name beat on it, the original, before they finished it. And you could tell the difference between the two. You could tell it's the same skeleton and everything else. They just trained some of the drums, engineered and touched up a different way. It's the same beat. God Boy King, y'all gonna donate to the page? Hit your boy up. Just because your boy winning at the casino don't mean y'all can't show love. I went, everybody was like, you gonna lose. You gonna have one day, you gonna come in there, you gonna lose. And I said, you know what? You right. It's gonna be one day I go in there and it ain't gonna go my way. So people's like, don't go to the casino today. I'm like, you know, if you've been on my Instagram, you see what happened. You saw I've been in there, I've been winning like every day, right? On the gram. I put up video and show you what I win every day. I go in there. I've been in there every day all week. You saw what I've been doing. So, I haven't even put a video up for today. Right? I ain't put a video up yet for today, but y'all will see it tomorrow. But your boy did good, man. Your boy did really good. So, once I say again, and it's funny because the girl, she fell in love with me. I was on Instagram Live today, up there winning money. Put it on Instagram Live. You know how many songs Dr. Dre got with artists that's not even out? Tons. Tons of music. He got songs with Snoop, Daz. He got a song with Lenny Kravitz. He got tons of music. Never been released. He got 2 50-cent records that I know of that nobody heard. He got songs with LL Cool J. One of the songs you heard, that Zoom record, you got songs with Rakim. And him and Rod can get along because of how Rod process is. Kind of like Pac. And Dre trying to tell him how the record should go, and Rod don't want to go that way. So creative differences. For sure. That's my man, Bajar. Thank you, bruh. Bajar, thank you for that Cash App donation. You and Chris Norton. For all the great videos throughout the year. That's what I'm talking about. Showing love. Okay. Let me come here and check it just to make sure. Predator Kingdom. Predator Kingdom says he appreciates all the LeBron James videos. He went through the stream live, left me a message in the box. Yeah, what up, Fonzie? That's a good thing. I am going to look into Alonzo and his recovery. Are they going to sit him out for the rest of the season? What's going to happen? I love the Kenan and Kel reunion, and they bringing back the all that show. All that should have never been canceled. That was dumb for them to do that. They should have kept that going. It keeps the young comics having jobs. All the kid actors coming in the game. But thank you guys again for staying up this late with me. It's almost 2:30 in the morning. So for me here, you know, this is the times I stay up. You know, I'm a late owl. So this is like my evening time. I'm going to take a nice warm bath. Call it a night. This night I'm going to go to bed instead of passing out on my couch, sleep. You know, getting caught up on info. I got a video that I was supposed to put out today that I was going to shock everybody. I said I was going to put it out yesterday. I fell asleep. So today, I'll just put it out tomorrow. When people get up, they can watch it. What we call normal people hours. But I'm going. Good night.